Hello, I'm Greta Tita Gita Mayor. Thank you so much for subscribing this channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share so that others will also be equipped about their purpose and potential. If you are new, click the subscribe and notification bell so that you will be notified whenever I will upload a new video. In this channel, you will receive Wisdom for Living. We are now on day 266. Move beyond your comfort zone. So kahapon ay under the circumstances. So ngayon, kailangan natin mag-move beyond. Dahil sa mga circumstances na pwedeng humadlang sa atin, pinili natin yung ating comfortable zone. But we need to decide to choose to move beyond our comfortable zone. So ang ating text ay makikita sa 32 Deuteronomy 32 verse 11 and 12a. Like an eagle that stares up its nest and hovers over its young, that spreads its wings to catch them and carries them on its pinions. The Lord alone leads you. So kagaya ng isang eagle na kumbaga nilulukuban niya yung kanyang mga sisiw. At sabi niya kapag sabi niya rito yung lilipad yung kanyang mga young ay spread niya yung kanyang wings to catch them and carries them on its pinions. So ganon din yung ating God. So, tignan natin. How many stories have you heard about individuals who, after a close call with death or disease, suddenly changed their lifestyle and their attitude toward life? Often their priorities and sometimes their entire value system change. So, maraming mga tao, sabi rito, na mga nakaranas ng tinatawag nila ng kamatayan or malapit, muntik. Ayan, mga muntik lang kamatayan or deathbed na sinasabi nila nung sila ay nabigyan ng pagkakataon na bago yung kanilang pananaw sa buhay, na bago yung kanilang attitude, na bago yung kanilang priorities, na bago yung kanilang value system. Ibig sabihin may changes. Or, hindi man ikaw ang nakaranas, pero nakakita ka ng mga taong muntik na mamatay or namatay or naghihingalo or may nakilala tayo, ay pwedeng maging dahilan para mabago yung ating priorities, yung ating value system, at nababago yung ating pananaw. So, you move beyond your comfortable zone. The biblical record bears witness to the efficacy of a crisis to get people back on track, beginning with Abraham and continuing on to Joseph, Moses, David, Jonah, Peter, and most significantly, the Apostle Paul. God used the interjection of a major crisis to lead these heroes of faith to move beyond mediocrity to life at the maximum. So marami sa Bible, mga kwento, mga story na event na nangyari or mga story sa mga buhay ng mga kilalang mga tao sa Bible, sila Moses, sila Abraham, na sabi rito ay nagkaroon, sabi niya rito, ng major crisis that lead these heroes of faith. So dahil sa mga crisis na kanilang naranasan, yun yung naging dahilan para mag-move sila from their mediocrity to life at the maximum. Ibig sabihin sa buhay na karaniwan, papunta sa di pang karaniwan dahil nalabas nila yung kanilang ability. So alam natin yung mga kanilang naranasan, si Moses si Abraham na walang anak, kaya naranasan niya. Si Joseph na kung saan nakaranas siya ng matinding crisis. Si Moses kung saan siya ay nakapatay. So yung mga crisis na yun sa kanilang buhay, si David nagtago from cave to cave. Si Jonah naman na kinain ng balyena, o si Pedro na-deny niya si Jesus Christ. Those are the crises. Si Paul, so matindi yung kanilang mga dinaanan. Na dahil dito, ito yung nagtulak sa kanila para mag-move, piliin nila na lumabas sa kanilang pangkaraniwang pamumuhay sa di pangkaraniwang pamumuhay na kung saan nilabas nila yung kanilang potential, namuhay sila according to their maximum. It means pag mamuhay ka according to your maximum, you will live an extraordinary life. Pero kung namuhay ka lang ng minimum, ibig sabihin, you are living a mediocre life or pangkaraniwang buhay. So, dapat ay piliin natin to live according to our maximum. Full potential. Remember, we cannot become what we were born to be by remaining what we are. Just as the mother eagle removes the comfort of her feathery nest to disturb the young eaglets into flying, so our Creator moves us beyond our comfort zone so that we are forced to fly. Without this steering, most of us would never fly. Ibig sabihin, yung mga crisis, kagaya ng isang eagle na sinabi rito ay disturb ng kanyang nanay, yung kanyang mga sisiw, para sila ay matutong lumipad. At yung Creator natin, ganun pinapahintulutan niya, He moves us beyond our comfort zone. At ang ginagamit niya ay yung crisis or mga hindi na magandang nararanasan natin to force us to fly, na kaya pala natin. So, many times, ayaw natin ng challenges sa buhay. Pero dahil di tayo nag-move, hindi tayo lumalabas sa ating comfortable zone, God has to allow those things, crisis. So, ayaw mo ng crisis, lumabas ka sa iyong comfortable zone. The moment you discover your purpose in life, begin to move, begin to act on it. After naintindihan mo, kailangan mo sumulat ng plans, di ba? Yung mga gina-upload ko na video sa Design to Succeed. Pagkatapos mo maintindihan yung purpose mo sa buhay, magkakaroon ka ng passion, then you will begin to write your plans, document your what you have imagined, how to fulfill your purpose in life. And then begin to act on it. Para kung ayaw mo maranasan yung comfortable zone. So you have to move now. You have to act what you have written down in your plans. Kung wala pa, begin to plans if you have already discovered your purpose in life. Kasi kapag hindi, mamumuhay ka na mediocre, mamumuhay ka na pangkaraniwan, mamumuhay ka to your minimum only, not to your maximum. So an eagle that doesn't fly cannot fulfill its purpose. Likewise, your life will lack purpose and focus until you discover your wings. This discovery will require both wisdom and courage because the thrill of flying always begins with the fear of falling. Yet you are not left alone to find your wings because God, through the prophet Moses, promises to undertake for you. So ito yung napakaganda kasi sabi ni God, I will never leave you nor forsake you. So ibig sabihin kapag kagaya ng isang eagle ay hindi siya nag-fulfill, hindi niya pinafulfill, tinutupad yung kanyang layunin kapag hindi siya lumilipad. At sabi rito, wala kang lack of focus, lack of purpose. So kaya kailangan ma-discover mo. Now, the discovery requires both wisdom and courage. Kailangan natin ng tapang kasi marami kang mga ma-encounter dyan. Tatawanan ka, negatibo yung dating sa kanila. Pagkatapos yung tinatawag nating mga toxic na mga tao, hindi sila maniniwala sa'yo. Now, don't worry. God is with you. Kapag pinagtatawanan ka, si God naman yung pinagtatawanan nila. Si God nagbigay sa'yo ng potential. So, continue. So, you are not left alone. Hindi ka nag-iisa na tumutupad ng iyong layunin. The Father is there, Jesus is there, the Holy Spirit is there. So, hindi ka mag-isa. You are not alone. Because God is the one who created you and gave you the purpose. And Jesus Christ came to restore back to us. And the Holy Spirit is here with us para gabayan tayo, tulungan tayo, bigyan tayo ng courage, ng tapang na gawin ito at maintindihan. So, you are not alone. Remember, God will never leave you nor forsake you. So, kasama mo ang Diyos sa pagtupad ng kanyang layunin sa buhay mo. He will give definition to the crisis of your life and inspire you to move on into all He has planned for you. Indeed, the greatest gift God can offer you is to push you into a crisis of temporary discomfort that requires you to try your wings. This pushing into a crisis is the supreme act of love, akin to that of another eagle that pushes her young from the nest to force them to fly. So for me, duman ako sa crisis na kung saan gusto kong i-prove sa aking father na yung aking decision to go to the Bible school is correct. So, after 15 years, ay wala pa rin akong maibigay na proof sa kanya na kahit anong sabihin ko. Until one day, na ayoko na yung ganitong sitwasyon, yung mindset na ganyan. So, God has given me the way na mabago yung aking isipan because I begin to be irritated and be disappointed and get angry with my situation. Kaya, Lord, there must be something about this. And God changed my mind. So, gumawa ako ng paraan na matutunan ano ba yung dahilan. Pinakita ni God sa akin yung purpose ko sa buhay ko. At because of that crisis, ako ay nandito ngayon sa inyong harapan nagpapatuloy at nagbibigay, kumbaga nagtuturo sa inyo because this is my passion. I have found my purpose and discovered my assignment in life. And now I am doing it because of that crisis that I have found. Even though na hindi pa ganun kadami yung naniniwala, but I know I'm doing my purpose. Remember, hindi tayo nagpe-perform because of so many audience, but because of one audience. And that is our God, who created us, na nakatingin sa atin paano natin tinutupad yung layunin na binigay niya sa atin. Kung tinutupad natin yung layunin na binigay niya sa atin. At kung tayo ay may kailangan, nandyan siya. At kung tayo ay pagtatawanan, nandyan siya. Pag ikaw ay kinukot siya, nandyan siya. So, mga tao na hindi naniniwala sa'yo, kinukot siya ka, don't worry. God is with you. So, discomfort ay inalaw niya to help us discover our purpose and release our potential. Kagaya ng isang mother eagle. Napakagandang illustration. Na kahit pinalipad niya ito, nandun pa rin siya umaalalay at nakaspread out yung kanyang wings, hinihintay or tinitignan ang kanyang sisiw. So, that is also our God. He allows us and forces us to fly, but He is there, watching us, nakatingin sa atin, na handa niya tayong saluin. Wow! So that is our God. We are not alone. So God is with you because He is watching you and He is guiding you at yung mata niya ay nasa sayo. So, fulfill the purpose God has given you and you will enjoy your life. So, thanks for watching. God bless. If you believe that you are born to live an extraordinary life, just leave a comment below.